You don't do that. As a guy, let me teach you. You don't do that by being emotional. You know, when you're being emotional, you actually like miss the point. When you're being emotional, you actually can never. So, guys, so this lady, I don't know her. I just came across her video somehow, and I feel as though we can pick one or two lessons. Okay, like I said earlier, I've talked about Chidima and everything that has to do with her on this channel, and we've moved past it and everything. However, I got some sense from what she's trying to say, and I feel as though I can share it. She's a South African lady apparently, and according to what she says, I don't know her. She's married to a Nigerian man, and she made a video where she talked about, I think she reacted to the Chidinma saga, and a lot of people had some things to say about that. So hence she dropped this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining, everyone. So the first thing she was talking about is reacting. Okay, one thing I picked from what she says, she did not say if you're a South African and if you let's use Nigeria as a yardstick. I don't want to say all foreigners right now. We have foreigners living in South Africa, and South Africans have a lot of resentment about foreigners and their behaviors. Let me just put it that way. And one thing this lady is trying to talk about is that as much as we as South Africans or South Africans in general have, resentment, or you have reservations, let me put it that way, about foreigners, but the way possibly when you go about it in a certain way, it brings kind of a counter what's the word again, like it brings a negative, what's the word, like it brings a result that you don't want instead of the result that you want. She's trying to say that, okay, that when she made that video about Chidinma, that a lot of South Africans came to her comment section and they were like, no, she said a lot of things about what they said. However, she said that because she is already used to how some South Africans talk about Nigerians and everything, counterproductive. God bless you. Thank you so much. Counterproductive. That when you go about something in a certain way, that it becomes counterproductive. That means you get the a wrong or the opposite response or the opposite reaction instead of what you actually want to achieve. She says that as much as South Africans may be or are actually saying some real things, about what foreigners are doing, what Nigerians are doing, and everything, that yeah, it makes sense to her. However, she's trying to say that this is what she has learned from her personal life and everything. That however, the way you present it can now give people a different impression. That hence people begin to talk about, oh, South Africans, they don't want foreigners in their house. Now they now forget what South Africans are actually talking about. What South Africans are actually talking about may be the correct thing, as she's saying. South Africans may be saying, okay, we don't want foreigners to do X, Y, Z, be illegal, do negative things, do bad things to our kids and what not. Okay, fine. That is very, very justifiable, as this South African lady is saying. However, that the way South Africans go about it is what she feels that is very wrong. That she has learned in her personal life, even in how she deals with her husband, how she sees in America where she is, for instance, how if her husband does something, and I've learned it also, if her husband does something like, okay, you come, you know how guys are or human beings are generally, her husband does something that can really infuriate her, instead of her to just jump and say a lot of things to the guy, she can just take a deep breath and take charge of her emotions, probably calm down, cool down, and come and tell the guy, oh, what you did, I really don't like it. This is, she's trying to say that instead of her to attack the person or attack her husband, she talks about the character, oh, guy, hobby, you did this, I don't like, and the husband will see reasons with her, and he'll apologize and promise not to do it again. However, that if she comes and says, oh, hobby, you see the way you do this, I don't like it, you always make a mess of this kitchen and all whatnot, that the guy might feel provoked, and he might feel attacked. And that she's likening it to the way South Africans go about attacking people generally. and in anything that they don't approve of. Yeah. So that is the bone of contention. That is what she's actually saying. And I want to call that word is actually called emotional intelligence. Yes, that's as much as she didn't use the word, but that's what it's called. Emotional intelligence is all about taking charge of your emotions. As much as you may want, like, being in control of your emotions. And hi Radi, thank you so much. Being in control of your emotions, as if you want to communicate something to someone. Most times I like, because I live in South Africa. When South Africans are saying something they don't like, if you watch what I always do or how I react to it, I don't I'm not always offended. You know why? I understand where they are coming from. Okay, because I live in South Africa and I know everything. I know what they are saying. Okay, but someone else that does not even live in South Africa will see it as an attack against foreigners, against Nigerians. Okay, so she's trying to say that if you want to communicate what a certain foreign national is doing, instead of you to attack the whole people involved, like the whole Nigerians, say, oh, all Nigerians, you Nigerians, you Nigerians. She used it as an instance because she's married to a Nigerian. Sure, she understands. Okay, you can pick out the behavior, say we don't want foreigners to do XYZ in our country, and calmly talk about it in, don't attack in comment sections. I know what she's trying to talk about, because as much as I don't get so much attack anymore in my comment section, I know when I started making videos like 3 years ago about South African and Nigerian content, oh my God, if I wasn't somebody that already have my emotions in check, I would have just shut down YouTube and said, no, these people, they attack, the kind of comment, hate comment. It was when I began to also, maybe the way I respond as well, I calm down, I try to respond to the ones I can. Some South Africans, I go into real dialogue with them, we chat, we talk. Then at the end of the day, we'll be like, okay, it's fine, everybody. If you watch my old videos, I can engage a few people. We chat, you chat, I chat back, and okay. So what am I trying to say in essence? The way you, like, as people, as South Africans, as much as somebody like me, I understand where you always come from in most cases. I may not understand everything, okay, but in most cases, I can understand where an average South African is coming from. I know how their systems are. I know how the country is. I know maybe a few struggles that they may be going through, or those I've interacted with, I know. But when you just go and what she's trying to say, when you just go to a comment section or you hear they're talking about South Africa or something that doesn't go down well with you, then you begin to attack. She's trying to say that it becomes counterproductive, and that's the truth. Because now people outside that doesn't really understand where you're coming from, instead of them to calm down and say, oh, okay, this could be what these people are saying, or this could be why these people are aggrieved, though, they now begin to say, oh, these people, they just dislike foreigners. They just don't like foreigners. They hate foreigners. She said, see, just because of this thing now, you see this girl now, look, it becomes counterproductive. So I want to also lend my voice to what she's saying, in the sense that as much as you can react to what is not going right in your country. I mean, I would have started with that. Let me say that, yes, you have everybody that things are not going well in his life or in your country or anywhere around you in your personal capacity. You have the right to say, no, I don't like it. But how you make it productive and not counterproductive is the way you approach things. If you have to correct a foreigner, or on the comment section, especially on the internet space, because that's where they're having those kind of mindset that South Africans are like this. But when people talk about how do you cope in South Africa, I'm like, okay, I don't understand, because I have a different experience. But people, because of what some South Africans project on the comment section, when you want to, talk about something that you don't like, you can calm down and say, see, guys, this is actually our anger. Instead of saying, you guys are all this and this and this and this and this. This is what this lady is trying to talk about anyway. I don't know how, I hope I'm communicating. So she's trying to say, don't be emotional when you're communicating. Calm down. Calm yourself down and get your point across. That way, people outside will not misunderstand these people, these entire people, and they will not say, "Oh, these people are like this." Instead of understanding where the people are actually coming from, it's a few of us that are really here. You see, foreigners in South Africa, if they talk, most of us are like, I understand what people are saying, but people outside have a different perception because of how emotions are being, or how emotions are being communicated. Am I right? Yeah. So, and another thing she's trying to also say is, instead of you to correct, don't project hate, because there's some kind of comment that a South African will make on maybe a Chidinma's video. You'll be like, oh, no wonder you people really don't like this girl. Instead of you to say, okay, like you guys, this girl, we have questions. A few people actually do it. Some people actually, let me not say a few. Some people actually come and tell me, Olivia, this is actually what we are talking about in those videos. This is the main bone of contention. I'm like, I understand the whole thing, but other people will just, allow their emotions take over, and they react in a certain way. That is what this South African woman had to say. And I also want to use this medium to say that, yeah, I understand. There's this video I recently watched about, there's this lady, Nigerian lady, that what's that her name? What's that her name again? She also talks about politics, Nigerians, Africans in general. There's this video she made, and it was like some Nigerians committed fraud. Okay, okay. I think it's called, I've forgotten the word she used. It's like a fraud. They defrauded an American kid or something, and then the guy, ended his life. I don't know. I don't want to use strong words because of YouTube. And then when he ended his life, that was 2 years ago. I think they tried to blackmail him. He got a teenager. They he sent them nude pictures. They posed as a girl, and he sent them nude pictures and all that. And later they were blackmailing him, saying that they were going to show his news to the internet, and they were asking him for money. That the Nigerians in Nigeria, they were asking him for money, and the guy gave them all the money he had, $300, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to give us 1,000." Those are young kids in Nigeria, also around 21, and this boy was around 19 as well. And the guy said, this is only the money I have. And at the end of the day, the guy, couldn't take it. It happened I really felt bad for that video. I watched it today, and the guy ended his life, and they took it up with the Nigerian government. They asked the Nigerian government to extradite those guys to America. And do you know what Nigerian government did? Nigerian government did not blink an eye. Nigerian government extradited those guys that did those things, and they are now serving jail term. What's the name of this girl's channel? I'll remember it as I'm talking. They are now serving jail terms in America right now for that crime they committed 2 years ago. And of course, the case was that they were defrauding the guy, and the guy ended his life at the end of the day because of that blackmail and all that. What am I trying to say in essence? A country like Nigeria, as much as people will say, oh, like all Nigerians are like this, thank you, God bless you, Adeola, for lying. Yeah, Adeola, you watched that video, right? Yeah, to Niger. Thank you so much. So what am I trying to say? A country like Nigeria, when you talk about, oh, Nigerians did this, you will see that it's not actually, this is a fraction of people that will actually come and do this. You can imagine Nigerians even expedited that, what's it called? And they sent those guys to America to serve jail terms. What am I trying to say in essence? When this kind of thing happens, when you hear, oh, Nigerians did this, it will seem as if every Nigerian or even Nigerian government is we are all in support of people doing. No, we call them out. As much as it's not everything, every day we have to be saying, oh, Nigerian crime. No, it's like a fraction of people that do these illegal things. And when the case comes, let me say, for instance, things that happen in South Africa, I don't think that any such case will happen in South Africa and the person runs to Nigeria and Nigerian government will not extradite them. I'm trying to tell you how our government is not necessarily, we are not in we don't encourage these things. So if you talk about Nigeria and you put everybody in a, you sweep everybody with the same broom and paint everybody with the same brush, it becomes bad, because not everybody encourages bad behavior, even the government themselves. I was very, very impressed. Even I left that comment. I left a comment. I'm like, kudos to Nigerian government. And a lot of people were saying, kudos to Nigerian government, Nigerians on that comment section. Thank you so much for extraditing these guys. What am I trying to say? In South Africa here, I think we should also kind of, when these things are happening that we don't like, we should hold people responsible and also hold the government accountable. Tell the government, if need be, if those people that have done this thing are no longer in South Africa, let's extradite them. Or if the people are in South Africa, let them be brought to book, instead of calling all Nigerians the same. Oh, you guys are this, you guys are this, forgetting the people that do good things. Some people in the comment section were like saying them in America. A nurse had a comment that really touched me. She was like, she just lost a job because because she just mentioned that she's a Nigerian. And it's so, so sad. But the good thing is that the government does not encourage these things. A lot of well-meaning people in Nigeria, we don't encourage these things. Guys, I don't want to stay too long because I don't really have much to say, but this is what I'm trying to say. As much as we have resentments and as much as we have reservations about these things, we can communicate in a better way. Ask, okay, say, you guys, this. Don't say everybody, oh, you Nigerians, or, I don't know. I'm not really. Anyway, thank you so much for joining, guys. Hi, everyone on the chat. Hi, everyone. Hi, Radi. Thank you so much. Somebody said, I like your hair. Who said that? Okay, is Lungani. Yes, I decided to change my hair to dreads. I'll see how it goes anyway. I'll see how it goes, and I'll see how it goes. For now, this is the hairstyle. It looks funny. My face looks strange, but that's it. What do you guys have to say? Does anyone have anything to say concerning this? Do you agree with the lady? Do you agree with me? Or should we just keep making comments that become counterproductive? Or do we appropriately portion blames to who the blame belong to? What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Please give this video a thumbs up. I can't even see the thumbs up because I'm streaming on StreamYard. I always like to stream on StreamYard so that if someone, for any reason, has anything to say, the person can actually jump in to say something. That's why I stream on StreamYard. And yeah, does anyone have anything to say regarding this? Do you guys agree with me? Those that heard what I said, what are your thoughts generally? Let me see if I can post the link. Sorry guys. Say something if you have anything to say. Let me post the link. I keep forgetting how to do this thing every day. I'll always struggle with it. Present. Well, that's what that lady said. Kingsley Okafor said, I don't believe someone will lose his or her job in the US because he or she says she's from Nigeria. I don't believe that lady that said that. Kingsley, it depends. It depends on the kind of work. In the US, like one of my sister has a child that has need. The government, like my older sister, sorry. So the government assigns nurse to that child, my nephew. So those nurses, my sister have told me that she has some nurses that she doesn't like their behavior. For some reason, let me just put it this way. For some reason, if you have any reservation against the nurse, you can say, oh, you can call the body that assigns the nurse to the kids and say, oh, I don't want this nurse anymore for some reason. Yeah, you can do it. So if that person has a reservation against Nigerians, or or you just hear say, and it can happen. It can happen, especially private nurses, not in the hospital. I don't know about the hospital, but all these private nurses that are being assigned to sick children or yeah, that have been assigned to sick children or sick individuals, really sick people. Hi, Uncle Beno, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Thank you. So I think it can happen. I don't know how American system is, but I know my sister has said that she has changed nurses for her child. Thank you so much, Uncle Beno. Can you shed more light on this? Can 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 a person just lose his or her job as a nurse if a client doesn't like the person? I think it can happen actually, depending on the kind of nursing whatever that the person does. Because my sister said she has changed her son's nurse twice or something. I didn't really ask her how she did it. I wasn't interested, but I think it can happen. You can have a stereotype against a certain group of people, and you can say, oh, I don't like this person that was posted to my child. I think I want another nurse. So answering your question, Kingsley, I think it can happen. I don't know how often it can happen, but I think it can happen for some reason. So negative stereotype is really a very bad thing. It's really bad because it makes people fail to see the good people that are doing good works in the country or in that particular group of set of people, and you now see only the people that a fraction of people that perpetrate crime. Let me tell you, for instance, Nigeria is a country of so many millions of people, and the people that actually do these negative things that people always talk about is can be a handful. Like they're very insignificant compared to the population of the people. So it's very unfair for somebody to, because of maybe somebody that you heard that it's just like you heard this guy now that did something, or these guys. Hi, Uncle Beno. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, is it super chat or what? Yeah. Wait. Hey, Uncle Beno, thank you so much. What am I doing? I don't know. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. So I feel as though it can happen as much as that's why we should bring, and we should see when people are calling out their country national, like that video that Adeola did today. I really, really liked it. And she was like, I really commend the Nigerian government. And I know my country, Nigeria can work. Nigerian government can work if it's in this kind of thing. So it's an ignorant person that would want to say, "Oh, all Nigerians do this." Come, report any such thing to Nigerian government. They will take it up for you. Let me tell you guys the truth, South Africans. If you see anybody that is doing something that you don't like that has run to Nigeria, just go and tell Nigerian government, please bring us this person. They will do it sharp, sharp. So if it's now wrong, it's good to call out people when they do something wrong, but it's not good to say, oh, this Nigerians have caliber of people, good people that are doing good work, doctors, nurses, lawyers, tech people. Let me see what Kingsley is saying. If it happened that means she or he did something bad. Okay. If it happened that means she or he do something bad, that is why. As long as you're good with what you do, you will not lose your job. Kingsley, do you know the power of negative stereotype? It's real. That's why we always talk about it. Negative stereotype can just make somebody, they don't know you, they just hear that you're from this place or that place that has been stereotyped, and they just run with it. So negative stereotype can affect people. It can make you lose jobs, or anything like that. It's really wrong. It's just like India. If people see Indians, they have, because India also has this kind of reputation that Nigerians have for some reason. But have you forgotten Indians that are doctors, lawyers, tech people? Some are really doing good job, but you forget that, and you're like, oh, some Indians they do crime or all that. But as much as I would say that Indians don't even have as bad reputation as what they do compared to we Nigerians, okay? We Nigerians learn from Indians, that's the truth when it comes to all these things. But it's just because Nigerians mainly are very loud people by nature. For some reason, I don't know why. I always ask myself, is it because our country is noisy? We are very noisy people. That's why it seems as if they are the ones that commit the most, you know. I'm not just justifying anything illegal. Okay, Nigerians doing a great thing around the world, and they will only focus on bad deeds. Some Nigerians. That's the point exactly. So that's the effect of negative stereotype. Okay, negative stereotype is really bad when it comes to. That's why we must try to bring awareness. What that lady was saying is true. You can call out somebody, you say, oh, XYZ, this person, a particular person did something, and we are against what this person is doing. And but you shouldn't just say, oh, all the whole country nationals did this. As much as some people always say, oh, all South Africans don't dislike people. No, a lot of South Africa, all South Africans I've met. In fact, I've met. I've told you guys all my studies. I had South Africans friends, and throughout my stay in KZN, yeah, South Africans, they don't have. They just, if they are not your friends, they'll just be like Njani, Njani. They'll just move out. But if they are your friends, nobody has any time to start dishing out hits on you. At least all the ones I've met, even in the shop, they'll be like, oh my God, oh, they're all friendly. Yes, clients can change nurses due to stereotype. God bless you. It happened. That nurse, I didn't doubt her, but may not necessarily lead to job loss unless the nurse did something wrong. Oh, okay. But they can change nurses. Yeah, I think what the lady was trying to say, Uncle Beno, Adeola made a video about the guys that were extradited from Nigeria, that due to the teenager that committed suicide, last year, and they were extradited. And the lady was like, because she just got a job and she came to report the first day she got a job. She's a nurse. I'm guessing she does this maybe personal care kind of job, and immediately she showed up at her new place of assignment. They were like, oh, sorry. I don't know how it happened, but she lost the job immediately. That was what she was trying to say. So I don't know. They may just tell her, sorry, we don't need nurses anymore in the house. How they can just discharge her, but they may not outrightly come and tell her, oh, sorry, I'm guessing, I don't know. But I know that negative stereotype is a thing, and it can make someone lose their job. Yeah, that's what I think. So it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous for people to continue propagating this stereotype thing. Although some Nigerians will say, oh, we don't care, we don't care. Yeah, as much as you don't care, but it's not something that it affects people in the long run. It shadows the good Nigerians and projects the bad ones. Okay, a lot of people. I personally tell people in South Africa, all the people I know here are very successful professionals, like surgeons, doctors, cardiologists. Even there's a Nigerian that is a neurosurgeon. I know a lot of high-tech professionals in South Africa that they are Nigerians from Igbo, Yoruba, different tribes in Nigeria, but people don't talk about them. Like, how is it the ones that do all these things? I don't even know them. Maybe you will say, okay, maybe it's the kind of people you associate with. But what I'm trying to say is, as much as there are bad people, the good people are more, but the bad people overshadow the good people. That's what I think. Yeah. So that lady really spoke well. As although I don't agree to how she presented some of the things. Oh, I don't care. You guys don't like me. Maybe because of the kind of backlash she's been getting because she's married to a Nigerian, and maybe that's why she presented her video that way. She was like, oh, I know you guys don't like me as South Africans. I don't care. I don't care. That's for she and her South African people. But I know the message was right. As much as control your emotions is called emotional intelligence. They are taking jobs from South Africa. They must leave our country. Which people are taking jobs? Innocent. Which people are taking jobs? Do you mean the ones that are doing the illegal things now, or the professionals that are being that are the surgeons and the cardiologists and the cardiothoracic surgeon and which ones, and the physicians and the which ones, and the GPs, which ones are the ones taking jobs? You must specify, okay? Yeah, the one I studied human resource management in South Africa, and I know that in HR, according to labor laws of South Africa, you cannot give, if a foreigner and a local, a citizen applied for the same job, you can't give the foreigner that job. Citizens are prioritized. You can only give a job to a foreigner according to the labor laws of South Africa when there is no citizen that is suitable for that job or that has applied. So when you're talking about taking jobs in South Africa, is it that the South African citizen did not apply and they gave it to the foreigner? Or is it that they cannot, what I know is that they cannot displace a South African citizen and give a African citizen job in HR. I know that one is practical. That one, me, I'm the one that studied it. I did my master's in HR and honors. So nobody can take a citizen's job and give it to a foreigner when the citizen has applied. Even if the citizen is not even, they must find a citizen that is qualified, except there's no citizen that's applied for that same job. That's when they give it to a foreigner. Those professionals you're talking about, we have South Africans with those qualifications and they are unemployed. That's not true. Like I told you, I did labor law. Do you know? I did advanced labor law. Okay, innocent. I did labor law. I did advanced labor law of South Africa in human resource management. And according to labor laws of South Africa, a South African citizen cannot apply, and the foreigner will apply and they will give the foreigner. It doesn't happen. It can. I think it's in the informal sector. Okay, unless it's in the informal sector. But if when it comes to this formal sector, it can happen in this country according to the labor laws. And when it comes to labor law, the HR personnel, they follow the labor laws to the T, like cleaners, servants, and waiters. If you go to many restaurants in Joburg, you will notice that 80% of waiters are from Zimbabwe, even in hotels. Yeah, I go to Joburg and I know that you will see a few. But what is it that the Lungani? I want to understand something. When you talk about this kind of situation, what is actually the situation? Is it that the labor laws don't work? Because I know according to the labor laws, or is it that those people don't employ according to the labor laws? Because when it comes to you work in HR Lungani, God bless you. Lungani here is a HR personnel, so you can see I'm not lying when it comes to the labor laws of South Africa. That one we did advanced labor law. Even in advanced labor law, I don't even want to talk about it here. So a lot of, even we did, when it comes to labor laws, there's BEE. Let's not go into all those ones. You know how we employ according to labor law, according to quota. We employ black, then we employ female blacks again. Then I'm saying I've not worked as a labor law professional, but I'm talking about how we are taught. There are quotas, okay? Quotas, then you talk about, even for it will get to the quotas first before you even talk about considering a foreigner. So maybe it's in informal sector, and those things are things, diversity, inclusion. God bless you, Lungani. Oh, Lungani, thank you so much for bailing me out today. You've been bailing me out. Diversity, inclusion. Okay, diversity. We talk about including the blacks, the whites, and they found out according to human resources, they found out that female are not well represented. So it represents females, and even we represent female blacks again. So those things are there. Okay. Okay, let me read the comments one after the other. My experience with Nigerians. Okay, let me first of all, I have a lot of comments. Okay, Innocent is talking about Okay. I think it's in informal sector like Lungani. So Nigerians are over here in America thriving. Yes, they are. Hi, Thunder Scorpion. How are you? Yeah, they are thriving. They are also in construction. That's true, Olivia. The restaurant owners don't follow labor laws. Really, Lungani? What are I know there are penalties for not following labor laws. Why are they not being penalized? Those are things that should be looked into. The restaurant owners should be following the labor laws before they employ. So, I mean, that's another thing we should be looking at. My experience with Nigerians in many proximity, also all professionals. Two are doctors and my very close friends own IT companies. Okay. Kyle, why are they not working in their country? I don't know, innocence. Every you can see migration is something we don't have control over. My sister, do you know is if few Nigerians that are doing bad things in South Africa and South African people will say all Nigerians are bad. I have a friend they buy in South Africa years ago. My dear, of course, like I said now, it's a handful, not even a handful, a pinch of diversity inclusion. Yeah, we don't care about Nigerian professionals. They say they are many, but honestly, they are very few to be to become a worry. They don't even make up to 1% of our professional workforce. We are we on informals. Yeah, I feel as though they are not a lot, but yeah, they are not a lot. But I'm trying to say that they are from what I know, all the people I know are professionals. Forget that. Yeah, all the people I know are professionals. So it depends on who you know as foreigners. Depends on your circle. Not because not because he's bad guy, but because he's a Nigerian doing a good business in South Africa. Oh, that's a pity. Olivia, I love you. Thank you so much. Love you too. The Nigerians that are on the networks that are talking the truth are few. It's only three or five. Many are defending what is wrong. That's why we say Nigerians. Most of Nigerians are doing bad. Not most, some. Not most, some. Let's use some, not most. At least I don't know any. A lot of South Africans don't like Nigerians. That's a bitter truth. Oh, that's not nice. Why are Nigerians so arrogant? All Nigerians are arrogant. When I started my channel, I try to make South Africans understand the cultures of Nigerians and also try to make Nigerians understand the cultures of South Africans. Sometimes what you call arrogance is like how they were socialized. South Nigerians are allowed, and some people, you know, misunderstand their loudness for arrogance. Some Nigerians are outspoken. Some people can also, unlike South Africans that are more on the calm side, quiet side. South Africans, like I've made those videos. You guys should go back and watch some of my old videos. South Africans talk calmly, like when they want to talk to you, Johnny, happy, Johnny, happy. They talk like, but Nigerians have this high tone. Me, I liken it to the noise. Our country is a very noisy country. Even generator will show you shege with noise. So I don't know if it's how the country is, but Nigerians are noisy generally. Okay. Nigeria is noisy and Nigerians are noisy and they're loud. So some people feel that because they speak loudly and they are these kind of people, they're arrogant. Not necessarily. Yeah, some may be arrogant, but the average Nigerian is not arrogant. I was at my husband's practice the other day, and there was this elderly sister, a nurse. I was just coming in. I came to a key from him from the house for the house, and my little baby ran to him and he hugged him, daddy. And the nurse say, "Oh, is this your wife?" Oh, he was telling me, "Oh, he's so humble, he's so nice." I'm like, okay, okay, it's good to know that some, of course, my husband is calm and all that, but not all. I'm trying to say that not all Nigerians. It depends on perception. Let me just say, yeah. Please give this video a thumbs up, guys. Okay, people are not giving us a thumbs up. Please help me. Give us a thumbs up, okay? Okay, so that's one thing. Not all are arrogant, I will say. innocent. Maybe you're meeting the wrong ones. It depends on the people you meet. The ones that have met other Nigerians will tell you that not all Nigerians are arrogant. How many? Okay, Lungani is saying, how many South Africans do you know personally? That's the thing. When stereotype is not a good thing. Okay, it makes people just say, oh, these people are this, these people are this. I'm trying to read a comment. There are a lot more good Nigerians than bad ones in SA. Exactly. For political reasons, it's easier to project the bad ones. I'm telling you honestly, but I mean, how I'm just me. How can I convince people? Innocent does not know what he is talking about. The fact are that the reasons we have a lot of Zimbabweans in the restaurant is because South Africans are not applying for those jobs. That's another thing we can look because see, I know that there's no way, even if the restaurant owners are not following the labor laws, how can the restaurant owner see a South African and decide to give the job to a foreigner? Let's think about it. It doesn't happen in any country, not even in this country that I know their labor laws. Many jobs are from the informal sector, and that's what South Africans are complaining about. Okay, our focus is on the jobs in the formal sector, not the not the professional sector, because our laws, yeah, because of our laws. Yeah. So the jobs that South Africans are complaining about now, is it the ones in the informal sector or the formal sector? We need to find out. And if it's the ones in the informal sector, are they applying and they are not being hired? It's a part of me would don't believe that a South African will apply and will not be hired, then they will choose to hire a foreigner. Or is it that they just maybe probably they just overlook those jobs, and before you know it, foreigners just fill the job space, and because it's hard to believe that a South African will apply and will not be hired. No, I don't want to believe that. The media is the one causing the division among Nigerians and South Africa. Lungani, you're very, very right. I agree with you. Also, I feel like it's a social class thing. If you are from a poor background, the only Nigerians you will encounter are the bad ones. That's true. Yeah. Because you can't tell me that if you meet, the Nigerians that are doing good things and they're, helping people, saving lives. I know. So most times my husband just calls, and sometimes he will be in theater from night till morning. Okay, so will you see that kind of person that is saving lives and doing a lot of, at least helping in the society? Would you come and say that that person is doing something bad? I mean, or could it be the people you just meet? Let's try and meet the ones that are doing good things as well. That's one thing I'll tell you, and that can skew your perception. That's true. It's all about perception, and it's all about, and you are actually a product of your experiences, Lungani, right? I that's why I'm not always too rash in judging and being angry at people, because I know that people always perceive people based on their experiences. But let's be open-minded sometimes and see people, be open-minded, meet people before you are able to conclude that this group of people are this and that. I don't know. That's what I think. Please, guys, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. At least Olivia did not do anything. Olivia has not done anything, at least. Okay, let's keep doing the good work, because if you give a thumbs up, you encourage me. Just encourage me. I just baited and did my dreadlocks today, and said, let me come out and chat with my people. So please give us a thumbs up, okay? That will really be appreciated. Thank you. I don't think Nigerians are arrogant. They come from a different culture, and and the more you hang around them, you understand. Exactly, Kyle. I think you hang around a lot of Nigerians, and I want to encourage you people. Maybe I'll share some of my videos on my community. Go and watch them. You really understand, because when you don't understand, you see these people as different. Nigerians are really not bad people, honestly. They are really warm people. Although they are loud, their loudness can be curtailed. I also tell them, don't be loud. Let's don't be too loud in people's country. Let's don't be loud. I always tell them, calm down. That's why I say South Africa has changed me. I try not to be loud. I'm generally not a loud person, naturally, but I try to encourage them, don't be loud, understand people's culture and all that. but that is how they were socialized, most of them. So some people find it difficult to unlearn behaviors, although we as humans should be learning and unlearning. Let's unlearn the things that really do not put us on a great light, and let's learn, new things. But generally, I just want to put it out that they are not necessarily arrogant people. Nigerians are cool-headed people. Honestly, I live in Durban. Oh, I went to Durban 2 months ago. I went to Durban. I'll bring out some of the vlogs. I live in Durban, and it's unfortunate that the bad Nigerians have caused issues for good Nigerians. That's very unfortunate because of their bad behavior. Now, all Nigerian visas have been banned in the UAE. That's old story. The UAE, that's old story. Let's just say Nigerians don't back down in the face of bias treatment, okay? And when it comes to informal sector, I think Nigerians do better, which may lead to jealousy. In South Africa, Nigerians are not that much in their informal sector, Uncle Ben. It's mainly Zimbabweans actually, but generally, maybe I think some of us come from a non-privileged, because we know that we come from a non-privileged country. We try to make make a name for ourselves in the sense that no matter what, you try to kind of upscale yourself. That making a name for yourself mentality can also lead to doing illegal things, which I don't recommend. No, 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 that's bad. But that's where that drive comes from, because we see that, okay, in Nigeria, no Nigerian government will take from you. They will not give you 1 cent, even if you like be unemployed from here to all your life. Nobody will give you unemployment anything or any kind of grant. We don't have any grant system in Nigeria. So an average Nigerian, knowing this, they kind of try to, fend for themselves. So that fending for themselves, people that have bad, mindset can also start doing illegal things. But the ones that are real good Nigerians, they fend for themselves legitimately and they succeed. Yeah. So we have a very different drive. Um, because of the country we come from. That's one thing I can tell you. Most Nigerians are bad. Oh my God. Vincent, nah, and if only few behave well, it's not true. You need to meet more Nigerians. However, some Nigerians don't much, and many even dominate the hosts try to dominate the hosts in their country. Nevertheless, not all Nigerians are guilty. Yes, you shouldn't dominate people in their country. Oh. I'm against that. Just stay in in your host country. Just behave yourself. Don't be too loud. I always talk to Nigerians. Don't be you can't be too loud in people's country now. Behave yourselves. Yeah, do your legit hustle. So long as your hustle is legit, do it, and still maintain that drive, because without that drive our country is tough, and our political leaders, they don't care about you. So yeah, sister, the reason why they say Nigerian is arrogant is because as a Nigerian man or woman can never let you to intimidate him or her in any way, even if even if his or her in your country. That is how, okay, yeah, you're somehow you're correct. They do apply, just that the bosses underpay us. Oh, I quit retail because of such. Oh my God. Okay, so are there no bodies that regulate the payments of those things? Cedula is trying to say something else. When they apply, okay, the pay is on the. Oh, now I understand what you're trying to say. So the pay is small, but the foreigners just accept that small pay, and which South Africans averagely will not. Okay. Please like the video, guys. Okay, please give this video a thumbs up, guys. Help me. Give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate, guys. Okay, give the video a thumbs up, and I want to paste the link in case somebody has anything to say. Most Nigerians in the world don't like how loud Nigerians are. Yeah, we don't really. Yeah, we understand what that Nigerians are loud, but it's not something we want to. We encourage. I'll put it that way. And if anyone has to understand and adjust to anyone's culture, is them, because the whole world can't change for one nation. You're right. You're correct. You're very correct. I always encourage Nigerians, please understand your host country. Bible already said it. When you go to Rome, behave like the Romans. Okay, you can't just be loud in your host country and dominate people. But I encourage people to do your job. Don't be lazy. But yeah, at John, somebody said, okay, then say as John, why don't you hold the same grace for South Africans and realize that it's only a small group of bad people. Don't be a hypocrite, please. Yes. Okay, let me unmute you. Hi, Ola. Can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. Hi, Ola. Unmute yourself. Add to stage. Okay. Hi, Ola.
Hi.
I've added.
Yeah. I've been listening to your explanation. Are you hearing me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
I've been listening to your explanation since. It seems
Okay.
you're very nice. You explain things very much to them. You see, there's no word that you will not say immigration or people are moving.
Yeah.
The thing you say here, looking at it from far, is Nigeria is not the only people migrating to that place. The other races coming to that place. It's just because Nigeria is a proximity to who they look like. Possibility they're doing well. Crime have no color or ethnicity. Everybody do crime. Depend who you are. You know what I mean? If crime is your root, then you need to face the consequence. But if they see other people that speak English, even I don't think South Africa know the difference between Tanzania and Nigeria. You understand me? So anybody that see that is tall, big, or have some type of shape, or walk swaggerly, they say Nigeria. That's what I noticed about saying them. As even they can call even Angola Nigeria. You know? So actually, let me be honest. South Africa is far. I don't know what Nigeria are really doing there. Why did they went to that place even? Or even when they went there, why they committing crime place that is not really their place, which is wrong. But saying this, saying that, is not going to help. If they want Nigeria should leave, they should deport them. Or when airpeace came to South Africa to start picking all Nigerians that want to leave, South Africa government block it. Why did they allow airpeace to be carrying them at that time? Because it's not good for South Africa image. You know, they can sing as they want. Their sing is not going to help. Okay, let's assume Nigeria leave. Who they're going to turn against? You know,
Yeah.
because
You're okay.
by,
Continue. Then
by the time you
yes.
started blaming some certain group of people, you will not stop. After Nigeria, let's say Nigeria, how many population in South Africa? Nigeria, highest might be 2,000-3,000. Because you need a visa to come to South Africa. You cannot just.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to Togo or Benin Republic. You need a visa to come to South Africa. You know what I mean? It's about
Yeah.
7 hours. It's about 7 hours journey. It's
It's
almost
6 hours actually. 6 hours,
okay.
30 minutes or
Okay,
thereabout.
it's
Yeah.
almost like from Nigeria to Europe.
To
To
UK.
Western
Yeah.
Europe.
Mm.
From Nigeria to Western Europe, can you enter Western Europe without a visa? Even with a visa itself, if they want to bounce you back, they'll bounce you back. Depending what you come, they must interview what you come to do in my place. You must have to give strong reasons. So it's not that Nigeria will just come in there. They just taking the boat or taking the bicycle and say, "Oh, South Africa, here I come now with with bike." Is their government is giving them visa? They stop giving Nigeria visa to them. They deport all the Nigerians in your country. You know, all this their noise and whatever it is not good. It's just not is nothing. They hate Nigerians. They hate foreigners. Look, I've listened to where a Nigerian guy told me, I swear to God, if you drive the Mercedes Benz, so South African person, that is our car. If you dress well, they say that is our shoe. You understand me? So that
Yeah,
it's just
but because
it's
I
just
stay
that.
here, I will tell you that not all South African. Like you will see if you watch the comment section, you also see the ones that, the ones that have different views. I feel it depends on the foreigners that they meet. Like for me now, if I'm in South Africa, the foreigner I meet gives me a perception, and then apart from the personal, encounter, then a few people that have not really met so much foreigners, and they
Look,
just go by what other people say.
I
So there are some
understand.
South Africans that don't really feel that way about Nigerians, and
Yeah,
others feel
if they look, if they don't want Nigerians there, they should go and the petition they signed against Chidima. They should sign the same petition they want all Nigerians to leave their country. You know what I'm saying? That they should do that. Do you think South Africans are not in everywhere? That's how we don't travel because people don't have money to travel. Those South Africans that have money to travel, they all traveled out. I met a lot of South Africans everywhere. I met them. To be honest, I didn't know South Africa have this kind of mind. I don't really know. I'm not really following them like that. I only like their music. But the one I met in Europe, they were cool. If you go to Western Europe, they were leaving their country to come and do au pair in Germany, in Holland, in all over Western Europe, in England. Au pair. Au pair means nanny, babysitting, job. So we just have to be honest. If they hate Nigerians, okay, they don't want Nigeria. Petition. Tell your government that they don't want Nigerians. They ask Nigerian government to come and pick them. Nigerian government will be glad to send plane to that place to pick their citizens.
Anyway, I don't think it's that bad. We are just trying to advocate
when they ask Chidima. Look, Chidima was not the first one they attacked like that. They didn't even know the nationality of Chidima. How about the Uganda girl? The father is Uganda. The mother is, whatever it is, there are people there. A Kosa woman. What would they call the woman to? Kwere. Now, South African women that have children from Nigeria, what do they call their children? They even hate their children. The seti, Kwere. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen Nigeria calling Lebanese children or children that Lebanese have with Nigeria, foreigners in Nigeria? Your mind determines who you are. Your mind determines if you want to be progressive or not. We don't have that time to be hating nobody. They have that time to be hating at people. No, they should continue hating because we don't give a damn. If you say, okay, criminals in your country, can't just criminals. If you want to deport them, deport them. If you talk to the Nigerian government, they will return them back. If you say, okay, you don't want to deport them, or it's too expensive, or which money, then you have to deport them then. Or if you don't want Nigeria to start coming to your country, your embassy in Nigeria should not give visa to Nigerians. All this nonsense they're talking about, we don't want that. This is like a baby cry. It doesn't mean nothing. You know what to do. You petition Chidima. Nigeria never left their child alone. That is one thing I'm very proud of Nigeria of. They attacked Chidima. Chidima found another home. So what? Still, they're still attacking her. That should live, they're just, these are a bunch of parasites. Just like a beat. Want to stick somebody, they don't have teeth to bite. That's just the truth.
Bro, we are trying to kind of, bring the two countries together. It's not that bad. Like I will tell you, because I live here.
Look, the truth of the matter
I
is
live
this,
here.
right? When they live in this, I understand you live there. When they live in this media, they start propagating this nonsense that Nigeria.
I feel as though it's some people on the media. Yeah, it's actually the media that projects this thing. If you come here, the real South Africans don't have time to be angry at people. I've been amongst them for so many years now. That's why I take it upon myself to kind of educate people. Although some people still have this small resentment, but it's not so. If you watch the comment section, you also understand that some people
my sister, look, I'm a Nigerian. We don't like criminals. I swear to God, if you catch a Nigerian criminal in your country, you jail them. we will be the first one to be happy. If you want to deport them, deport them. In Nigeria, they catch you a criminal. You know what our police are doing to you?
It's true. That one is true
They
anyway.
will
I
deal
just
with
used an
you. They just think,
instance.
oh, because of few nonsense
Yeah, we
business
don't
ones.
encourage your
We don't
that part.
encourage
You're right
we don't
with
encourage
that.
no criminals.
I feel it's just ignorance and
Because
the
because when they
media
say Nigerians are criminals. What you talk about?
is mainly the media. The media
Even for our
propagates these
government,
things.
Nigeria never hide their secrets. Our government are failing us. We'll come to media and say, this our government are corrupt. They're not good. Nigerians are the most loudest people and criticize their country mostly. Have you ever seen any Nigerian that come on media and say, oh, we love that criminals? No,
Yeah, we don't.
we
You're
don't do
right.
that for. We are
So
people like, okay, do your thing. Just it's inbuilt in us. We really don't really have that time to be coming to media to say, I hate that country. I hate this country. Have you ever seen when Nigeria come out in the media and pinpoint any country in the world and say, I hate these people. I hate that people. It's not our culture. Just
okay.
if a fellow Nigeria will tell you about what are you talking about? Are you crazy?
All right.
We don't
Thank
talk
you
about
so
these things.
much.
Thank you
Does
very much.
anyone have any more thing to say? I'm posting the link so that if you have anything to say, come and say it because I want to run along. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate. But I just want to say that we are just trying to bring awareness and let people have different these perceptions. Let's change these negative narratives. Okay, that's the essence of this. Does anyone have any more thing to say? I know I've missed a lot of comments. Yeah, I understand where he's coming from. Honestly, I know that most South Africans on the comments. Oh, thank you so much. Someone sent me a super chat. Liso, thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry. How did I miss money? How did I miss it? Sorry, Liso. I was just engrossed with what he was saying. Thank you so much, Liso, and thank you, Bro Ben, for the super chat. I understand what he's trying to say. It's kind of a bit frustrating. I know that if you're not a Nigerian, honestly, you may not understand where he's coming from. It's frustrating, but all the same, I try to also tell people that when it comes to not all South Africans, I've been in on this channel for like 4 years now, and not all a lot of South Africans have a different mindset about foreigners and Nigerians in general. Hi Lungani, thank you
Thank you
so much.
so much.
Please,
Please,
can
Hi,
you?
Olivia. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Fine,
How
thank
are
you.
you,
How are you,
Lungani? Thank
Lungani?
you for
I'm
joining.
good, thank you. I think it's just
See, I'll
it's
just
I'll
mute.
just mute.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry. One
sorry.
minute, Lungani. See, I'll mute you. I'll mute you because it's echoing over here. Okay, let me just mute you. When Lungani finishes his submission, then you can say something. Don't go away. Okay. See.
See.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I speak now?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you
speak.
can speak. Okay, now so I'm just gonna keep it short. I think this is why we appreciate platforms like yours, because the media is the one that is propagating all this negativity. I think someone like Ola, if you can allow yourself to listen to Olivia, watch her videos, and understand the reality of what's happening, you will have a different perception instead of being emotional about things and then taking what the media says or what keyboard warriors, people that are online,
Lungani, are you there? We can't hear
that
you anymore.
it differently.
Lugani, are you there? We can't hear you anymore.
Can you
Okay,
hear me
go on.
now?
Yes.
Okay, go on. Yes, I was just saying that let's take the time to educate ourselves and interact. This is why platforms like yours are so important, because we can learn from each other instead of taking what the media is saying and running with it, because the media is owned by white people, and white people want to cause further divisions amongst Africans. This is why your channel and everything that you've done is so important. I think, Ola, if you want to educate yourself and you want to not be emotional about things, I would recommend that you watch Olivia's videos, because they've also helped me in understanding, the relationships between Nigeria and South Africa. Yes, I have the privilege of, being exposed to university and other things, where I was able to meet different types of Nigerians and understand that the background that I came from, I was only exposed to a certain demographic of Nigerians, and my perception has changed once I went to university, once I had Nigerian professors, Nigerian doctors, Nigerian fellow students, and you get to see a different side of other people. So do not take what the media says and what people behind screens and chats say as reality, because those people are just angry or unemployed or just spreading negativity for the sake of being negative. Let's try and learn and interact and not be emotional about things. That's all I want to say. Thank you for your work, Olivia. You're doing a good job. You're on mute. You're on mute, by the way.
I muted myself so that it doesn't echo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Yes, it's all about awareness. It's all about, making, like you said, the media has done more harm than good when it comes to this, and we are trying to fight this negative stereotype narrative so that we all be in peace. Because I mean, some things cannot just maybe impossible when you say, oh, these people don't go here and these people don't go here. It's maybe impossible, but we are just trying to find a a level ground, a positive ground for us to educate people about these things. Thank you so much, Lungani. So T, you can go on. You muted yourself. Do I unmute? Okay, go on and let's hear from you. Sorry.
Hello, am
Thank
I
you,
audible?
everyone on the backstage, or Uncle Ben, everyone I see you. We'll go out one after the other. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Thank you for joining. Go on.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. What I'd like to say, as a student who's studying BCom Law at University of Pretoria, and as you know, Pretoria is close to Sunnyside. So from my experience, Sunnyside is not safe. And I'm not going to say because of Nigerians specifically, but I'll say because of foreign nationals. It's so hard to see foreigners selling drugs in our country, knowing very well, Uguti, we want our youth to be educated, and seeing a Nigerian on headlines or seeing a foreigner on headlines every day, you'd find that our sister has been killed, Nigerian is there. Our South African mother has been killed in Limpopo, a Zimbabwean was there. So every time there's a crime committed in South Africa, a Nigerian is part of them. There's a lady who was killed recently. I saw
I'm
a tweet.
sorry, T. If you don't want this live to be shut down, please don't use strong language, okay? Because of YouTube guidelines, just code the words up. Or we understand what you're saying, but just go on. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
There was this one lady who was
Hi,
unalived. I saw
Sisi.
it.
Hi, everyone on the chat. Thank you for joining. Yeah, go on.
And Malawian was there. So I find it kind of disheartening to hear that you mentioned that Nigerians are making name for themselves, they are working hard, knowing very well that not most of them, but some of them are so arrogant in saying that we're making a name for ourselves, knowing very well that most of them, not most, but some of them are selling drugs. You can't say you're making a name for yourself by
Don't
selling
use those
drugs.
words, please, Lunga. See, don't use those words again. They will soon fly this video down, please.
Yes,
Okay.
okay, I'm not using those words. And Ola came here and he said that South African must cut diplomatic ties with Nigeria. You can't just cut diplomatic ties because of what's happening on social media. I mean, South Africa has a trade bilateral relationship with Nigeria, so they cannot just like sign a petition and ban all the Nigerians. And what I'm saying is that we don't hate all Nigerians, but we hate a few and their actions. So it would be better if some of them take accountability and they stop this thing now. Like, we don't want further division. I think they must take accountability and let's fix this going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, T. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And what I want to say in that regard is those hotspots that are known, I think the government should do something about it. It's the country. The government owns the country. So the onus lies on the government of the country to do something. If you know the hotspots, go and do something, because yeah, like the case I talked about the government, the American government that extradited. If the government doesn't take charge, other people will not, somebody that is not from South Africa or anybody will not just come and do anything. So the government know that those hotspots. I think they should do more than they are doing. I know they are doing a good job. I will commend them, but yeah, like you said, Sunnyside, I think if we know the hotspots, something should be done about it. That's what I have to say. Okay, so let me unmute Mohua. Can you go on, please? Can't unmute. Who else is?
Hi, Olivia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is speaking, please? Okay, Moha, yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's Mohan speaking. I'm also going to keep it short. I'm really disappointed, for example, in specifically in what Ola was saying. Okay, and I'll tell
Okay.
you why. We South Africans don't have an issue with Nigerians. This narrative it's old and it needs to stop. First of all, second of all, you can see that he's speaking out of emotion based on what he's seeing on social media. I want to give you one example. People like Ola are the ones who are the problem with this entire conversation. Whereas it's not only South Africa that has an issue with certain Nigerians because of what they are doing, it's many countries. I made a point earlier when I mentioned that I'm currently here in Dubai. And in Dubai on the 1st of September, they started an amnesty an amnesty situation where all the illegal immigrants in Dubai are being given a chance to apply for the visas again. So they are removing the fines, any people from every country. Yet when Nigerians wanted to go and apply for this, they are sending them home. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So with that alone, what I'm trying to say is that we have established that many countries around the world have an issue with certain Nigerians and how they operate within their countries. And I applaud you for being able to see that and you want to have that as a conversation. Whereas then you have other people like Ola who want to discredit all of that and they behave as if the whole world is just against Nigerians, which is not the case. Sometimes it's good to take a step back and see what's wrong because you can't be the common denominator in every single country and the world is the issue. And then they run to insults when they are, saying South Africans don't travel, South Africans are like this or like that. The reason why you will not hear about it is because wherever we go, we behave ourselves. This is what we want for Nigerians as well, who are not doing things properly around the world. Because at the end of the day, if I go to China, they won't look at me as a South African. They look at me as an African. And as an African who is seen from how other Africans are behaving in other countries as well, their actions are directly impacting us. So people like Ola need to really, they need to look within themselves and they need to know that, it's not a personal thing against Nigerians. We have seen it's a factual statement that we are saying. We have seen that when it comes to drugs, when it comes to certain things, some Nigerians are very much into that. And because of that, it's happening more often than not. Then that's the conversation we have to have, not to go
Okay.
into insults and all of that stuff, because the way he was going on, it was really disrespectful, and it's upsetting, forgetting
Okay.
that you will not go to Nigeria and find South Africans there, yet we are accommodating Nigerians in our country. You understand? With the things that are happening, we still can see that it's
Sorry,
not
did you
all.
say you will not go to Nigeria and find South Africans there?
No, I meant
Nigerians?
you will not go to. I know the South Africans in Nigeria. I'm saying you will not go to Nigeria and find South Africans being in trouble because of all sorts of things, etc. So what I'm saying is that, we I don't know, we just appreciate a little bit more respect from people like Ola as well, because we are tired of these insults.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your submission. I appreciate you. You're also emotional. I understand these emotions, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Anybody, I know you feel bad. Anybody that doesn't present to your country, the way it's supposed to be, I know it's within your right to
Yeah. We
feel bad.
don't we
He
don't
also
have a
feels bad
problem
because
with Nigerians.
sorry?
We do not have issues with Nigerians. I, for one,
Yes.
have many Nigerian friends who I love, people I grew up with. They mean the world to me, and I can distinguish between a criminal and someone who's not a criminal. A criminal
Okay.
can be a South African, a criminal can be a Zimbabwean, a criminal can be any. You understand what I'm trying to say? We
Yeah.
still keep that level of respect for each other. This is all I'm trying to
Okay.
say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I also want to say that Nigerians do not have the monopoly of criminality. I want to put it out there. You can find bad behaved people from all countries, and all countries have bad behaved people. I always say that. And as much as people have the stereotype about against Nigerians, like you said, a country cannot be a common denominator. It's because of stereotype. When you look inward, you see that more Nigerians do good than more Nigerians do bad. So I want to put it out there, but I also thank you for your submission. Uncle Ben, let's hear from you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Please give this video a thumbs up, okay? Uncle Ben, let's hear from you. No, we can't hear you. Are you muted? Uncle Ben, looks like you're muted. We can't hear you. Your sound. No, your sound. I tried to mute and unmute you.
You should hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes. Thank
right.
you so much for joining, Uncle Ben.
Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job, my sister.
Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Sisi, how you doing? Basically, Sister Olivia, it's actually 6 a.m. here. My kids
so early in the US.
I just woke up and I saw your chat.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So what I want to say about this thing is we all have to calm down, to be honest. We have to calm down, especially when it comes to South Africa and Nigeria. I think with the citizens, something is wrong with us in both countries. I'm sorry. I don't understand why it's so difficult for us to appreciate individual differences and at the same time understand the fact that there's always going to be some bad eggs wherever you go. And those few bad eggs don't represent the majority of the people. Personally, I've never met any South African. I think the only South African I can say I know very well is Trevor Noah. I don't know any other South African. Okay. And my friend, my closest friend for going to like 22 years now, he lives in South Africa. He works in South Africa. He's actually a PhD holder. He teaches in South Africa. Okay. And at times when I ask my friend, I'd be like, bro, got to be careful. All these things we hear in the media about South Africans, how they are treating Nigeria, how the thing they be. And my friend would be like, it's really not like that, Ben. Yeah, and he's been in South Africa now, going to almost 8 years now. So all I wanted to say is this. The media thrives on negative news. And there are, in any country, there's going to be some media houses that really don't like the foreigners, but it's not going to be all the media houses. And when a Nigerian did something, especially like some of the callers have said already, when maybe some Nigerians who came in are not there as professionals, they are just there to hustle, and then they engage in all these kind of backdoor businesses. I don't want to mention it on your channel. They do all these kind of nonsensical deals and stuff like that. Those on the back channel who are South Africans with them, who are not engaging in professional services, they will always clash. They are trying to hustle in the same hood. So they're going to clash. And when they clash, who do you think the media will support? The media will defend their people, of course. Now, we have to be careful of negative narrative, because what I noticed that is going on right there in South Africa is just like the same thing we have in Nigeria between Yorubas and Igbos. A lot of people inherited other people's resentment. I believe if you ask some South African if they have ever done anything with a Nigerian who treated them badly, they will tell you they don't. Maybe some of them have not even have any rapport with any Nigerians. But the media and all the misinformation going on social media are the one, pandering it towards all this negativity to their people. And they will, Nigerians, they are bad, they are this, they are that. And then some people will just pick it up, these Nigerians, they are bad. Now, that being said, there are some Nigerians that are really terrible people. I got to be candid with you. They are everywhere. I live here in the United States. We have some like that. But the percentage is very, very low. It's like in every 100 Nigerians you met, even here in the state, You may have like maybe 5 who are into all this nonsensical stuff. And when the media picks it up, it looks like, oh, Nigerians, they are terrible. They don't this again, they do that again. I can even remember the one that is running for president now. The last time when he was running for his first tenure, he said he went all the way to Alaska. And guess who he saw there? A Nigerian. He's taking our job. You know, we have to wake up and get out of this nonsense as Africans. It won't take us anywhere. I've dealt with so many people from other African countries, Ghana. In fact, Sisi is here right now. Sisi is from East Africa. Me and Sisi will relate as if maybe we are even from the same home. We have to let go of all this stuff. We don't need it. We don't. And this is why the West are always striving. The West are always taking advantage of us because we have too much ill fighting between us. All the boat fighting, calling people, calling hailing ride. What? Why do we do all this rubbish? For what? We have our problem that happens to be the politicians, the leaders. These are the people who make life difficult for us as citizens. We were supposed to unite and figure out how to get these folks out of office. Not you and I that we are hustling for our daily bread. Then we have to go on each other, pandering nonsense, stereotypes, and all those stuff against each other. Please, to Nigerians in South Africa, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. You went for South Africa for one thing and one thing only: better opportunity. You went there to study, you finish your study, you want to work. You have to recognize that these are your hosts. Okay?
Sure.
You have to treat them with respect. South Africa is not your fatherland.
Mm-hmm.
They can give you citizenship, they can give you anything. You still have to respect the fact that you are in someone else's land. I'm not saying maybe you should take nonsense or no, but you too behave yourself. I'm a nurse here in America. I work with white people, I work with Mexicans, I work with everybody. But I know my place. And that doesn't mean maybe somebody can just treat me anyhow and I won't have a voice. No. But I don't have to throw it in their faces too. Because wherever you go, you're still going to see people who are struggling. The first time I saw homeless people in America, I was shocked. I'm like, I told my wife, babe, are you sure I'm in America? I never thought I'm going to see people who are struggling. But believe me, when you come across these citizens who are not doing as good as you, and you want to throw it on their face, you want to flaunt it, do you think they will be happy? They have their struggles. So all I'm going to say is, as Nigerians, please, whatever you do, you are representing all of us. And your negative attitude is a reflection on us all. The same goes to my South African brothers and sisters. Whatever you are doing, we now live in a global world. You do something in South Africa right now, within the next hour, it's all over the internet. We get to see it. Please remember, we are our own brothers and sisters. All this ill fighting, all this having this negative attitude towards anybody, it won't take us anywhere. I have no beef or anything against any South Africans. I've never met a South African before in my life. No South African that has done anything bad to me. So I'm not going to come here and say, oh, South Africa, they say you people are doing this. I don't know the story. I don't know whatever happened there, why they treat whoever they treat some. Everywhere you go, even South Africans are fighting against each other, not to talk of you foreigner. The same thing happens in our own country.
Nigeria, yes.
That's just what I want to say, my sister. And I'm sorry, anybody who come on the platform, maybe you hear some of my brothers or sisters, the way they speak, it doesn't sound well with you. Please just take it that we are educating each other, okay? Thank you, Sister Olivia.
Yeah. Thank you, Bro Ben. I really appreciate your submission. God bless you. Well spoken. Well spoken. Calmly spoken. Thank you so much. Somebody, Olekan, I think you need to add your mic before he can let you on the stage, okay? You just click on add your mic because it's saying there will be no connection. You must add your mic, so please fix that. Who's next? HTC, can you please come up and say what you want to say? HTC.
Yeah, yeah.
Please, before we go on, sorry, 1 minute. Can you please kindly give us a thumbs up, guys? We have 53 people on the live, but we have just 16 likes or 19. Please, can we all thumbs up? Okay, okay, please. Thank you so much. I will appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, go on HTC.
All right. Good day, my sisters and
Hi,
brothers.
good night.
I really,
Good day.
yeah. I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Go on.
Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity being here. I
Thank
had a
you.
lot of things to say, but um, what Uncle Ben has said, he has spoken out my mind because it's really
Okay.
the same thing. How I wanted to I wanted to say, because the media has this kind of big impact on us, and once you've never met someone and you see something in the media, yeah, they are good and bad people, but it's not good that you just conclude on everyone. Both Nigeria and South Africa, we have our good and bad sides. So
True.
we should just learn to appreciate, respect, because I understand South Africans, because it's just like you come into my house, and because I have this fault and you don't have that fault, you now start using your own um uh, 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 decide that you are good, to use it to flaunt it on my face. Like, I won't be happy, truly,
True.
because I'll need respect. Because you come to my place, I give you the opportunity, you come to my place, and now you are using it to flaunt on my face because you are making it, I'm not making it. It's just that no, many Nigerians don't understand. And it's not I'm siding anyone, but what Uncle Den said is really what we as Africans, all of us, we should just look into it and understand that we are brothers. We are not meant to be fighting each other, because in Nigeria we are fighting ourselves
Mm-hmm.
also. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing is just that the media has a big impact, and once you allow that to take over you, it's going to affect you negatively and also positively. But I think the negative side is more, because once you don't know someone face to face, you just really can't talk about that person, because you don't know who that person is. So I just appreciate being here. So I
Thank you
just
so
appreciate Mr. Uncle Den, because what he really said is powerful and is strong. So we should all just look into this and then know what our next step is. Yeah, thank you. I
much.
really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. You've spoken well. Who's next? Olekan, you need to fix your mic. Okay, please fix your mic so that you'll be able to join. He's saying device not connected. They will need to connect their mic. So just click on connect mic before, okay? Who's next? Go on. Who wants to speak next? Is it Lungani or
Yeah,
Ola?
I'll speak. I'll
Lungani,
be
go
quick.
on. Yes.
I'm coming for the second time. I just wanted to piggyback off what Uncle Beno was saying.
Okay.
We as South African and Nigerians, we actually have more in common than we do have apart. We're some of the most gifted people on the planet, and two, we are both being exploited. Our resources are being exploited by the West. And who benefits the most out of that? It's the West and politicians. Three, we are both being screwed over by bad leadership and bad governance. So if we were to unite to fight those causes instead of fighting each other, I think would be much further than fighting over small things that don't add any value necessarily. So I think we should realize that we are more alike than we are separate. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've spoken well. We have similarities. We should, instead of fighting like we've all spoken, we should just capitalize on the things we need to fix, fight our government, tell them to do it right by us, and I mean, do the right thing. Yeah, thank you so much. Go on, Bro Ola. Bro Ola, go on.
Yeah, what I try to say, because they all start saying I don't want to unit or all these kind of things. The guy, even when they talk softly, but they still throw a shot at us. The truth of the matter, what I'm trying to say is, the government have to jail or deport those criminals. It's their country. They have a large police force to police these people. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, Then in Europe, right? Have you ever seen if you commit a crime, they will jail you. They, their citizens don't have time to be coming to internet, starting insulting like other countries, everything. You know, they look, Nigerians are not really doing crime like that. If you come to Europe, come and see what the so-called Polish are doing and other ones are doing, you'll be very surprised. But then the law taking effect. You know, the law taking effect. You know, because they don't have no time to waste. That's why they have police. And after jailing you, they will deport you. That's just all. You'll be gone. You know, that's just what I mean. The law in South Africa have to take effect. Jail those criminals, deport them. If you don't want somebody to your country, you don't want to, you can be banned for not being in your country. Deport him. You understand me? So that's what they have to do. But coming to this everything, so, oh, Nigerians are criminals, generalizing us like, man, what the hell? What's going on? You know, those criminals, take care of them, hold them, deport them, jail them, any offense, deport them. But coming out in TV or wherever the social media, oh, Nigerians are this, Nigerians are that. This is not just about coming to South Africa alone. Even in the music space, we also be hated. Oh, what they think they are all that. They think they are so proud. They think they are this. They think they are that. We are who we are. You can't change us. Yes, Nigerian people are very proud people. They are very proud. You can't change it. That's how if you cannot take it, you cannot. Nigeria is not going to bend down because you make noise. Oh, they are so arrogant. You can't change us. Well, you cannot change somebody's characteristics. You know.
Yeah, Ola, you're right, but we also need to do better. We like as much as what you're saying is right, but we also need to tell our people to do better. Those people that are not doing better, they should do better. And what you're trying to say, they should not generalize that it's not every one of us. You're correct.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They
That
should not, yes, people should not
generalizing
generalize.
when you want to
Yes.
start generalizing people, it's a very dangerous thing.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
right to
So
generalize because we
you
all
just
know,
have to.
you and I know that everybody know what they are doing, and I know that I don't do anything illegal, and I
That's
will
what I
never
mean.
do it. Instead, I don't know. Yeah,
That's what I
so
mean.
yes, you're
So
correct,
our
and
people, because every
yes,
time I listen to what I call Twitter, you see them there. Every time they're like, "Oh, go away, we don't want you. We don't want you. We go away, we don't want you. We don't want you. Go away, we don't want you." Man, what that have to do? What that have to do with me? What that have to do with Nigerians? You know, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wonder what Nigerians are doing there. I swear to God, man, I wonder. I don't know. They say, oh, it might be media space, it might be this, but when you start hearing this for a very, very long time, is look, Nigerians are going there committing crime. To be honest, why? Country that is not even yours. You know, country
yeah,
that is not even yours.
you
Why you going
shouldn't
there to
do
commit
something
crime?
bad in a country that is not yours. I know where they are coming from, but everybody should hold their people accountable and yeah, and
No,
responsible. Let's all act
that's just
responsibly
the whole thing.
and
But
let's not generalize.
I hope we could find peace with each other. I hope
Yeah,
we could one day see the good side of each other cooperating and doing different things. That's what I want. But if somebody
yeah,
doesn't like you, you can't force that person to like you. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
just have to move your
You're
own way.
correct.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, bro Ola. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate. Okay, hey TC, can you just say what your submission so that we'll round off from here for the yeah. Go on, please. Yes.
Okay, all right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the things Mr. Ola said, yeah, many of them, because generalization is something that if affect people, it can affect them positively and it can affect them negatively. So when you are talking about like Nigerians do this, Nigerians do that, like you are to specify, you are not meant to generalize like Nigerians. I understand that sometimes
To say
the
some,
way the
yes.
system,
To say
yeah, the way
those people that are doing
yeah, the
that
way the
or
system is,
yes.
yeah,
You're right. Go
yeah.
on.
It's not that you just generalize Nigerians because you go to the US and you find out that Many Nigerians, the things you hear that okay, Nigerians are doing this, Nigerians are doing that. You go to the US, you find out a different thing. Nigerians are doing a different thing there. And it's not like you'll be like, aren't these people that they said are doing this? But you go to another
Yeah.
place, you see they are doing a different thing. So in every 100 persons, sorry, in every 100 persons, you not all of them are good. That is the thing you should understand. In every 100 persons, not all of them are good. At least you can find like two,
Might be
three
like
that are bad.
3%. Yeah,
And
you're right.
yeah, and cause the way our system is that there are lots of good things happening in this whole world right now, but the bad is being public, like it's been spread faster than the good that is happening. So when those three or two people in that 100 that you see, that 100 persons, once they do something, they now target, like they now generalize it as the whole 100 people. So that thing will spoil the mind of people, innocent people. Now it spoils their mind. Like me, I've
Yeah.
never been to South Africa,
It's creates the
and I can't
stereotype
just
further. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah, and I
understand
can't
what
just
you mean.
tag all South Africans as xenophobe, because I've never met a South African. I've never been to
Exactly.
South Africa, because I can go to South Africa now, and I see that this the place I go to now, they welcome me very well, and I see that and these people, the people that are seen as xenophobic, are this one. You get what I'm saying? So we should
Yes.
just learn how to specify the people and then
And call
bring
out
them out.
those
Yeah,
people. Yes,
yeah,
themselves,
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of saying the
Yeah,
whole
call them
country.
out.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so
instead of
much,
just
Letitia.
generalizing it.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you. Let's hear from Queen
yeah.
because I want to go and do school runs very soon. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. African Queen, can you go on? How are you?
Hi,
Thank you for
Olivia. How
joining.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you, dear. How are
I'm
you?
great, thanks. I just decided to be on because everybody knows what is happening between Nigeria and South Africa at this moment. But I
Mm,
think the moment we sit back and stop projecting and stop to be in denial, that's when we will find the truth. Because when you look right now, South Africans, yes, they are in their country. And we don't say South Africans are not criminals. We don't say some South Africans are not scammers, but they are doing it in their country and they are being able to be arrested because they are legally. And then while on the other side, they come to South Africa as visitors with visiting visas, they overstay. By doing that, you have broken the law. Secondly, in schools, we need to be honest to ourselves before we can be able to sort out any problem. You stay here in South Africa, Olivia, you know what is happening even in primary schools, where people sell this white powder to the kids in primary school, things that has never happened in South Africa. And when you watch Abo Sizoktola, who are the most people that are arrested because of that? When it comes to the scamming, even last time the Black X, those group that were arrested in Cape Town, we know that all of them were Nigerians. The Interpol was involved. We need to be honest with ourselves. How many South Africans are getting chased away from most countries in the world? Is it South Africans? If we say Nigerians, and then people will have palpitation because we said it's not 1%. If it's 2%, it's plural, it's going to be Nigerians. And we know what is the topic. When the topic, we are talking about the people who are scamming, we are not going to
yeah.
say which nation. It's going to be Nigerians. Are we referring to
Yeah.
the
But
entire
African
Nigerian
Queen, sorry
community?
to interject. What we are saying is nobody is in denial that some of Nigerians can involve themselves in illegal things. But what we are trying to say is we want to emphasize the fact that it is not all Nigerians. So we can't keep saying Nigerians. No, that's wrong. We should say some Nigerians, and If you have listened from the beginning, everybody, those Nigerians, most Nigerians, I would say, that have joined this, have condemned these people. But what we are trying to say is, let's not paint everybody by the same brush. Then that becomes not nice. If we're not trying to dispute the fact that, okay, some people involve themselves, yes, I agree. And I started by saying that, sorry to interject, just don't lose your chain of thoughts, okay? I started by saying that Nigerians that committed, fraud, and a kid got, ended himself in America, that Nigerian government expedited those kids to America to go and face the law. So what am I trying to say in essence? Do we say that these things don't happen? No, we don't. But do we condone them? No. Do we encourage them? No. Hence, we shouldn't paint everybody by the same brush. Go on, but I'm trying to just interject by, correcting that what you're saying. You can go on.
I hear you. You are right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that let's not twist words, because immediately when it comes to the xenophobes, do they say some South Africans are xenophobes, or the topic will be
yes.
South Africans are xenophobes?
No, that's why I'm here. That's the essence of this my channel. That's why I keep saying we should not, even when it comes to South Africans. Should we say all South Africans? I always use this platform to educate people and say, no, I live here in South Africa, and South Africans are like that. Do I say that some people don't have resentment towards foreigners? Yes, but I keep saying we should not say it's everybody. That's the essence. That's what I want us to project with this live section. You understand? Well, go on, Queen. Yeah.
I think it will also be insane when a person referred to a certain nationality and then we end up assuming that the person is reflecting to the entire nationality, irrespective.
But they do. If you watch what goes on, they do. That's why we are that's why we are correcting impression. We need to keep correcting it so that, because sorry, I didn't mean xenophobia. What's it called? Stereotype is dangerous. When you keep stereotyping a certain people will not even allow themselves to have personal encounter with these people. They just go run by what people say, and that's what's dangerous. You will see people losing deals, and you might want to a Nigerian might want to fall in love with a South African and say, oh, no, because you've not met these people firsthand. You just hear what they say, and vice versa. So that's the stereotype that we are trying to, curve here. Yeah. But people have that mindset. Some people don't feel that things in their brain. They just hear something and they run with it. Oh, these people like this. Oh my God, these Nigerians. Oh, this South Africa. No. Yeah, that's what we are trying to, encourage us not to do.
I think all that is needed here, it's a solution. Where do we start? We need to start by accepting. If you know that your brother or your sister or your aunt, whoever it is, has done wrong, don't defend it. Because what makes most of the South Africans to be upset, I understand where they are coming from. Because when you are on these streams, online.
Sorry, let me say something. Can you please take out your live your video? Is it squeezed through? You're distracting the people. Yeah, you can actually take or sit still. Yes, sit still, or you can take the video if you're out for now if you're not ready. Yeah, because you're distracting the viewers. Did you hear me? Yeah, just sit down if you want to. Yeah, okay, go on, Queen. I need to moderate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that Olivia, all that we need, it's just to pull back all of us and sit down and think, what is the solution? Because if there's no solution, it's going to be bad. And we don't want that. So we need to come up with the solution. For one, I think the first thing that we need to do is to look within. Why am I being judged? Don't look at the noise and what is happening. Ask yourself, why is it thrown towards me? What have I done? How can I correct it? Because you must remember, when I'm coming to your home to visit your home, here I am, I'm not a prayerful woman. And then I am at your home. And then if you start praying and I'm like, no. Why? because I am at your home. If you pray before you eat, before you sleep, before you leave, you need to follow my rules, because that's how we conduct ourselves here. But if you are a visitor in a certain home and then you want to be heard, it's okay. But to be a controlling person in that particular home, then that's where the problem is. So we need to look within. And most of the time, when the people are supposed to look within, that's when they will come with this Pan-Africanism name. And I'm asking myself where Pan-Africanism can be upheld to into a higher standard if where we come from in our countries, there's tribal wars, there's all these differences, but we want to go and unite outside. South Africans are labeled. We are called stupid. But where do we use our stupidity? In our country. We are called xenophobes here in South Africa. We are called people who gets grant, which is our parents' money for tax. Our government is right by taking care of us. So is it jealousy or is it a problem? We need to learn from each other. If we can go to another country and fight the people who are holding law in that country, are we doing the same back home? No, we don't, because we are scared at home. At home, they know us. We need to do better as Black people, because right now we are a laughing stock. Okay, I'll drop the mic now.
Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate what you said. You're correct. We should look inwards and see what are these people that are saying this thing, are they really at fault by saying this thing, and correct the wrongs. Correct the wrongs. You're right. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Please squeeze through. Do you want to say something? You can say say your submission. Ish. You can, yes, go on. Can you, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear, oh.
Hello?
So, do you want to say something? Through South Africa, you can go on. Sorry, I don't know if you want to say something. I don't think you want to say anything. Guys, do you want to say something?
You can't hear me.
Ish, the network. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him?
Yes, I want to say something.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, I want to say something. Why am I blocked now?
No, you can go on.
What I wish to say is, it's not that we hate Africa. Yeah, it's not that we hate Africa as South Africans. Yeah. And
can you guys hear him? We can't hear you.
Okay, I can't single point the country. It's okay, Nigeria.
Through South Africa, we can't hear you.
I'll come back. I'll just try and get my earphones. Then I'll come back.
Okay, all right. No. But I'm ending the live chat because I need to go get my daughters.
Get an earphone. Then I'll come back.
Okay. All right. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Bola. Okay, I'll just drop the link one more time. Bola, you can join the link, okay? And join the link and come in. Stella, did you say he was audible? I couldn't hear him. Tankiso. All right, let me add you quickly.
Thank you for adding me, Miss Olivia.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I think you didn't. Okay, you got it fixed now. You were not fixing your this thing before. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, I'd like to shout out, is it Uncle Ben? Benno.
Yeah.
And Moham. Who's the other person? Lungisani. I really love their points. I really love their points.
Okay.
I think the biggest issue here is Twitter. Can I say it's just Twitter? Because
Okay.
based on the comments, you can see it's Twitter. People are basing their opinions based off Twitter. Okay, we hate Nigerians, we do this, which is a lie. We don't do that. Okay, maybe some South Africans do have a little bit of some anger towards them based on what some of them are doing, especially if you live around Johannesburg, because I'm based in Soweto, but every time you go to CBD, you'll see some shady stuffs that are happening. So maybe that's one of the reasons South Africans have a little bit of anger towards them. And then Twitter is making things horribly because a lot of Nigerians on Twitter are not taking accountability.
Okay.
If people are saying, yo, people are doing this is wrong, at least say, okay, these are the few bad apples. They don't represent us. They're doing so
True.
and so. We distance ourselves. But then on Twitter, it's like, no, we are protecting them. I saw one comment said, no, us as Nigerians, we took Chidima and we protected her. If what she did was wrong, you guys need to hold it before we could do that. I think what the thing that is making South Africans angry the most is that you are not a lot of Nigerians are not taking accountability. If the government clearly states that, okay, for you to be a South African citizen, you need to have maybe one parent. If then that's not like that, you as Nigerians, you need to question yourself, okay, how did she get the citizenship? How did they acquire so and so and so? And if the government says this on Twitter, it shouldn't be an approach that, oh, we hate you guys. We don't. Okan did really well. We celebrated him as one of us. Why? Because the government clearly stated he's here legally, this and this. We love you, Olivia, because we know you're here legally. Your husband is a doctor. He's doing good things for the community, for our community. So we have no reason to be like, we hate all Nigerians and stuff. We don't. It's just based on Twitter. And again, I feel like you should have also objected. I think it's Uncle Benny. He said something about us as South Africans fighting each other, which I think is also something that it's not happening. It's only on Twitter and it's just banter. And I can clearly say this because I'm from the Bapedi tribe. And I know there's a lot of conflicts between the Bapedis and Zulus, but it's only on Twitter. You cannot find us on the street fighting because you are so and so. You from the Shaka dynasty, you from the Sikukune thing. We don't do that. I'm just gonna end it there. That I think maybe if there has been like a little bit of accountability, a little bit acknowledge if somebody did wrong and be like, okay, they did something wrong, we acknowledge it. They don't represent us from a lot of Nigerians. That will make South Africans understand. As much as there are a few South Africans who are xenophobic, we know that there are a few of them. Some of us are like, okay, they do this, we don't like it. We distance ourselves from it. Because as someone who stays in Soweto, there are a lot of Mozambicans here. With the recent incident of the girl that was killed and blah 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 by a Mozambican, you know what happened. A lot of them are like, okay, they don't represent us. You know, we run salons, we do this, we are doing a good job. So we are distancing ourselves from that person. That's why you don't see a lot of uproar against Mozambicans. Even with the Chidima thing, you didn't see a lot of South Africans attacking Mozambicans a lot because they do what they do, take accountability. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna end it there.
When you say that, what about when I take accountability and people still attack me? They still attack me,
Yeah,
and I
you
keep,
know, you're one of us. You know, we love you. It comes from a
yeah.
good place. You
I
know, we
get a
love
lot.
you.
If I'm not strong, I wouldn't still be running this channel because oh my god, I delete
True.
comments
And
because people will still come and like you. I have stopped, defending myself. The last life I had, I almost had a mental breakdown where I was trying to, But what you're
I,
saying
I,
is,
I, I watched it and you were very angry, which is
I
understandable
was
because,
very
but then
emotional,
again,
honestly. I
true.
was very
Because
emotional.
listen,
I was very emotional. But what you're saying is the truth. Accountability is very, very important. And I always say it, and a lot of people said it. Some Nigerians that came to the live, like you can hear Brobenti, THCS, a few people that came and they said we distance ourselves. We keep saying, I started by saying that even Nigerian government will not accommodate anybody that they see that they'll give up the person as a lamb for sacrifice. And most Nigerians, we'll do that and we take accountability. I do, but what I don't like is painting everybody with the same brush. It doesn't come out right. It makes people that are doing
True.
right to really say, okay, is it that every good thing I'm doing
True.
and people still have this? But anyway, you've spoken well.
And
Thank you.
and 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 again, can I say one thing? And again, I feel like another thing is that I don't know about you, but a lot of Nigerians kind of like keep it to themselves. You guys distance yourself, unlike Mozambicans. During my first day at UJ, I sat next to I forgot her name, but she was from Nigeria, but she was in the faculty of financial services. You see the banking side, and I'm in the accounting side. So
Okay.
we sat together for orientations, but when it was time for us to leave, she left and went to another group of Nigerians, which I feel like is wrong that you don't mingle with us like Congolese other students at school. That's how you keep it to yourself. It's not like we're
Listen,
not interested
well, it
in knowing
depends.
your
This
culture.
stereotype, like I said, can make people feel like, okay, they don't like me. I'm already a Nigerian, they don't like me. Let me just keep to myself. I was a student in UKZN. I said it. I did honors, I did masters in UKZN. Because I'm this kind of person, I consciously do things. I almost had that, oh, okay, it's like these people don't like me. If you watch my video where I talked about my group assignment and everything, but I brace myself. I'm like, oh no, I'm not who they say we are. I brace myself. So that's why we are trying to deal with this negative stereotype. You can mess with people if you're not conscious of this thing. You can just say, okay, please, though, since they say this is how we are, I know I'm not like that, but let me keep to myself. I understand what you're saying is right.
It's
Most Nigerians
wrong.
try to protect
Yeah,
themselves, but
like
you should also
let's all.
understand. Yes, you should also understand the place of negative stereotype, because they don't stereotype these Congolese and all these people, but it doesn't mean they don't do bad things. But like I said, I'm not trying to accommodate or defend anybody that does anything bad, but it could be the effect of the stereotype. So but let's all
Yeah,
do
I
better.
hear you.
We have
Yeah.
thank you so much. I appreciate. We have two people. Let's just have 2 minutes so that I can go get my girls, okay? I need to do school runs. Thank you so much. I have True SA and Madam Sunshine, okay? True SA, go on 2 minutes, please, then Madam Sunshine, then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please, can you give this video a thumbs up? I really appreciate. We are not thumbsing up. What did Olivia do? Please thumbs up, okay, and I will appreciate. Thank you. Go on, True SA. Go on. Can you hear me? True SA, can you hear me? Looks like he's freezing. Okay, Madam Sunshine, go on. Okay. Yes.
All right. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you so much.
Yeah. Since the time is limited, so I'll have to cut my story short. But I quite enjoyed all our South African sisters and their contribution. I want to talk categorically about the beauty contest that took place recently. If I was the Minister of Tourism in Nigeria, immediately that competition took place, I would have summoned the Silverbird group to my office. You understand me? Why should I have done that? Because of the so much embargo that the program brought to our country.
Okay.
Number one, their competition is representing Nigeria. If that competition is just Miss Silverbird, that would be a totally different kettle of fish. But it's written Miss Nigeria, representing Nigeria. Okay. So I don't see the reason why a lady from another country who has participated in their pageant to a certain level should now be brought to join the other girls for the Nigeria pageant, for the Nigeria pageantry. I don't really understand. If I was Minister of Tourism in Nigeria, I would have summoned the Silverbird group immediately to my office. So it just shows that a lot of the people, manning positions in our country, they do not know, the position they are manning. They do not know it at all. I was the Minister of Tourism, on one of the programs, and I was not impressed. The lady that is Minister of Tourism in Nigeria, I was not impressed. I learned the Minister of Arts and Culture, was in that pageant that day. But Minister of Tourism is what I'm talking about now. Did she not know? Was she not aware? Was she not aware that this program took place in Nigeria? I did not even hear any commentary from her. It's quite disappointing. I will not talk more than this. I will not talk more than this. Maybe next time when I'll have more time on your program. When are you coming on air again?
I will maybe next week. I'll come next
week. Okay. So when you come,
you want us to talk about what you're actually questioning now is why that Chichi of a girl, why she joined them at a later stage. Is that why? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. That's what that is it that our ladies are not qualified enough to be queens?
Okay.
You understand me?
We also established the fact that she is a Nigerian. If her dad is a Nigerian.
Yeah, of course I know. I don't have any problem with that. And then if she wanted to represent South Africa, why did she not have a South African name? Why did she not have a South African? That Vanessa, it could have been Chidima, a South African name, or a South African name before the Chidima, if she wanted to represent South Africa. Why do you think South Africa should carry your Chidima name and put as their flag to represent Nigeria, South Africa?
That part, I talked about it. I said I don't want to talk about Chichi again on this channel. That part, I know I faulted her parents or who, because that, I know South Africans, that will not fly. So yeah, we'll talk about it maybe next week. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So guys, I really appreciate you. Please, can everyone give us a thumbs up? Just a like, okay? Click on the thumbs up button. I really appreciate each and every one of you. She said Nigerians are suffering in their country. They try to escape their mental suffering from. Some people are balling, oh, don't be deceived. John said, Madam, rest, I beg. The winner didn't have a cultural South African name, but she is a white South African. So, yeah, she did. Africans in South Africa. Yeah, Africans in South Africa. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Your current Miss Essie, doesn't she have South African name? Ma'am, she does she not? She's a white South African. So yeah. So guys, hey Sam Olu, thank you so much for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. Yes, thank you everyone. Please give this video a thumbs up, a like before, and subscribe, please. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I'll appreciate you to just hit on the subscribe button, and yes, and click on the bell sign and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you on my next one, guys. Bye. Have a nice day. I need to go get my girls.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Please subscribe, guys. Subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye, guys. Okay. Bye. Let's get some bye from the comment section. Bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you just see me for the first time, my name is Olivia, and I bring a lot of content your way. Subscribe, like, yes. Bye, John. Bye. Please subscribe. Please give the video a thumbs up. Okay. Bye, Samolu. Thank you, Samolu, for joining. I appreciate you. Give us a thumbs up, guys. And I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye-bye. Yes, they are waiting. Thank you. Bye. Cheers. Bye.